Dexter and Jeanette Howard, founders of the Restoration Church of Northwest Arkansas, and we are delighted that you have decided to join the Restoration family as an active member.
Restoration Church is not a building, but we really are a family, a spiritual family of sons and daughters of God whose lives have been restored and blessed by His love and grace.
You've joined a spiritual family who passionately love Jesus Christ because He first loved us and died for us. He reached us at our lowest point, and now we go out of our way to reach others.
You've joined a spiritual family of imperfect people, but we are striving to become who we were meant to be in Christ. We want to walk worthy of God's calling and fulfill our mission as His sons and daughters.
You've joined a spiritual family who believe in abundant, thriving life in Jesus Christ. We believe in prospering and growing in every way, even as our soul prospers.
You've joined a great family, and you are so welcome here. We hope you'll quickly find your place and make yourself at home. Restoration Church of Northwest Arkansas started as Life Harvester Church in November of 1998 in the home of Coach Mike and Marshita Anderson in Fayetteville. We began as a Bible study with about 15 people. After a few short months, we outgrew the Andersons' living room and began holding Sunday services at the Clarion Inn in South Fayetteville. Shortly afterwards, we found a storefront space on College Avenue and held services there until that space could no longer contain our growing congregation. In 2000, we moved into our current facility on Government Street and began the work of renovating a dusty warehouse with almost no walls into the worship facility we have today. In 2011, we changed the name of our church from Life Harvester Church to Restoration Church in an intentional effort to be more relevant and missional in a rapidly changing culture. Over the years, we've reached thousands of people in Northwest Arkansas and beyond with the life-changing message of the gospel. We've poured ourselves into our community, serving the practical needs of people through various outreaches and community partnerships. As a spiritual family, we've been a support system and place of refuge for each other. We've served, learned, and grown together in amazing ways. We've become a very special place to a lot of people over the years, and today we're facing an even brighter future because you're here, and we're so glad to have you.
The mission of our church is simple. We exist that people can belong, believe, and become who they were meant to be in Christ. I want to tell you a little bit about me to help you understand why we're so passionate about our mission here at Restoration. I grew up the only child of a single mother in the inner city of Little Rock, Arkansas, and my parents divorced when I was 5 years old. And my father would weave unpredictably in and out of my life until he finally died of throat cancer when I was in college. My father's absence left me feeling abandoned and cheated of my identity as a man. All of my growing years, even through most of my adulthood, I suffered from low self-esteem, insecurities, and fears as a result of never having a father to teach me my identity. You see, identity is everything. When you don't know who you are, you don't know why you are. When you don't know why you are, you risk wasting your life, and that's exactly what I was doing. I was wasting my precious life. As a matter of fact, everything in my life was at risk, including my family, until one day I had an amazing encounter with God. He spoke words to me that shifted my identity and changed my life. He said, "Dexter, you are not the son of a drunk and a dying man. You are my son. You are a son of God." See, I'd been taken to church all of my life, and I had been taught who God was, but I was never taught who I was to Him through His eyes. And when I understood that I was His son, just like Jesus, it changed everything for me. The more I understood my power and purpose and inheritance as His son, my confidence began to grow and eventually soared. The insecurities and fears began to drop off one by one, and my marriage and children began to thrive in the home of a confident man who was standing strong in his God-given identity. And I'm so grateful to have been restored to the man I was always meant to be. And through Restoration Church and our ministry throughout the world, we have led thousands of people, men and women, young and old, rich and poor, black and white, in this discovery. There's nothing like working with Christ to see lives change. There's no work more rewarding. As a new member of the Restoration family, I hope you will join us in this mission of being a place where people can belong, believe, and become who they were meant to be in Christ. Welcome to Restoration Church.